Welcome to Trade Dot Theta Options Trader, where we recap today's close, look at the futures, and scan our ETF watch list to spot opportunity. Today is Thursday, December 29, 2016, about 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the markets, they closed in the red just slightly, with the Dow down about 14 points, and the NASDAQ down 6.5. The S&P pretty much unchanged, just down 66 cents. The Russell was the only one up a little bit over a tenth of a percent. Taking a look at the futures, it looks like the S&P and the NASDAQ, it's pretty mixed, and the NASDAQ's coming down a little bit. Bonds are going up, pretty much unchanged. The VIX was up today. Crude is coming up a little bit to 53.93. Natural gas came down, but it's up a little bit at 380. Gold came up a little today. It's now at 1160. Silver is still under 17, down to 1625. Copper is almost 250. It's building that floor. The dollar came down. The British pound is actually 123 even, so it came up a little, about a quarter%. And the euro came up also, almost $1.06, up a 0.5%. I don't know if that's an after hours, but taking a look at the charts, starting with oil. Oil was down a quarter%. The regular session looks like it's up a little bit in the after hours. I'm still trading this box, still my target. Oil explorers, they came down a 0.5%. We had a sell signal yesterday, a confirmation sell. So oil explorers, that's the logic. It's going down. Natural gas was one of our biggest gains today, and shorted it right at the top, and it broke this trend line here, this red one. So now that's actual confirmation that it's in a downward trend. Like I said, this level here, this green band, was an all-time high for the last 3 years. So I heard the news, and you guys can do your own research, but look at the weather forecasts. Gold had a really good rip today, up 1.25%. Back up, trying to touch this trend line. Not taking any gold off the table. Just keeping all the gold. I'm gonna be adding on if there's any pullbacks, but gold is definitely on fire. And the best performer today was the gold miners with this nice 7.5% gain. Me, I own the triple junior miners and the regular miners, nugget and junior nugget, call it. And those are up 27% today. So taking a little bit off. I advise take a little bit off again today. You know, I don't hold it. That's what being a trader is about. I like to see this come back and get a nice rip. Plus we have a sell signal here. But this is a definite reversal trend for gold. And the gold miners, like I said, the gold miners will recover faster than gold itself. So you can do your own research. Silver came up, and I like this to come down to add a position on it. I'm just long triple ETF, and it was up 0.75%. I like to let it hit this trend line, and then I'll put another long on it. Not telling anybody to buy or sell it now. XLE, you know, it was confirmation that it was going down, and it came down another almost 0.25%. So everything's looking good there. XLU, or this is a disappointer for me, but you know, I still have another day for it to come back into this price box. But XLU, since it closed below this trend line, it's still bearish. So it had to cross above this trend line here to continue being bullish, but right now it's still bearish, and that's why I didn't close out position for a loss. But yeah, I'm short XLU. His industrial sector came down just 2 pennies, and it's kind of doing a consolidation there. It's not at any major level. I can see this move down another. It doesn't have to move down that much, maybe 60 cents. XLB, the material sector, still on this chart, slowly melting down. This is kind of one that's, I'm glad I have options on here because it's just one of those slow movers. XLV, you know, say I have a long bullish bias on it, but it's still right at that apex. If I were to put a calendar at 69, I would have done good back there. But I want to see which way this breaks out. So tomorrow is going to be the tell, because it's got to go one way or another. It can't, unless it closes right at 69.20. Real estate, I'm actually looking to get short real estate again. But on this volume, it closed above this 20-day moving average. I like to see it rise just a hair more before going short on it. Home builders kind of left at the bottom of this apex, so it might have a little bump up, but I don't see home builders, making a huge recovery anytime soon. This is retail, and it was down 0.25%, and it keeps on moving down. And we close our position here at our target, sticking to mechanical discipline. It's kind of like at the oversold level in the RSI, I mean. So if it's oversold, then you don't really want to sell into weakness. Is the financials, and this is another one that I've been waiting to. This is one of our biggest shorts, and it's finally paying off. I didn't realize how much I had in it because I have the triple ETF FAZ, and it became a little bit oversold today, but I think this has a little bit more downward movement, so hopefully it pays off. And here's the S&P. It's down. I'm not putting no position on it, but it's bouncing on this trend line, on this support level. I mean, that's 224.30. The Dow kind of hits support here, so it might be a good buying opportunity for those, for the bulls out there. If you wanted to make it up to the 20,000, now would be a good buy opportunity. I'm staying short. The Qs, yeah, it broke trend here, so my shorts are paying off, and I do want to get long the Qs eventually. And I found this price level right here is the next target. The Russell, another one, we close out a position. I'm still short the Russell, and it looks like the RS has a little bit more to come down, or it might find support at 135. Emerging markets is another good one. So you can see it was a good rip today, up over 1.5%. Nope, I don't have any price levels, but I see some gapping areas here, levels where it can consolidate. It's pretty much at a distinguished level, so I'll just kind of mark it. Still long. I bought a bunch of dividend ETFs, and Japan got slammed down, very oversold here. I'm not having any position in Japan, but if there's any time to build, it's probably going to be soon. And China was another good one, 1.25% up. Still respecting this trend line. So still long China and India.